You may think nations or big corporations are the most powerful groups in the world, but they pale in comparison to some of these very secretive societies. From groups made up of billionaires and politicians who meet and do rituals in the woods, to a secretive British-American club known for housing spies and politicians. Knights of Malta. The Knights of Malta is also known as the Sovereign Military Order of Malta. They have members all over the world, and although they have Malta in their name, they're based out of the Vatican. They're known for their ties to business, banking, politics, and the CIA. The organization does provide humanitarian aid to various countries in need. But it's also raised many questions. It has a very unusual legal status. It has many legal protections normally given to countries, but it's not technically a country, company, business, or church. Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist Seymour Hersh also raised concerns about the Knights of Malta. Seymour Hersh exposed the My Lai affair, and he also revealed the assassination squads used by the White House. In a speech, he said many members of the Special Operations Command and Joint Special Operations Command are members of the Knights of Malta. He was criticized for these statements. But there have been confirmed members of the OSS and CIA in the Knights of Malta. Club de Bern. We all know intelligence agencies are very powerful groups. These could be groups like the FBI or CIA in America, or MI6 and MI5 in the UK. But what about an international spy club? Well, that's pretty much what the Club de Bern is. The members include the intelligence agencies of the 28 states of the European Union. Also in the club are the intelligence agencies of Norway, Switzerland, Israel, and the USA. Other participants include the Australian ASIO and the Canadian CSIS. The media is pretty much silent about this group, and most people have never heard of it. It's also not known exactly what these intelligence agencies discuss at these meetings. Some say military plans for the future are discussed, and others say spying information is exchanged. Do you think this club is merely trying to protect people, or is there something they don't want you to know? Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones is the most elite US secret society. It was unknown until its influence was publicized by Anthony Sutton. The secret society started at Yale University all the way back in 1832, but Yale students are still members to this day. 4 of the 46 US presidents have been members of this group. This includes 27th President William Howard Taft, also George Bush Sr. and Jr., and John Kerry, who ran against his former bonesman George Bush in 2004. The Skull and Bones logo includes the number 322. The significance of this is not known, but it seems to crop up everywhere. The current members are unknown, but it's an entirely male group. But it seems anyone who joins it finds themselves in a very powerful position. This is normally either in politics or finance. Bohemian Grove. The Bohemian Grove is a very secretive group. Every year they meet in a gigantic forest in Northern California. Many presidents have been members, for example Ronald Reagan and Richard Nixon. Other members include George Bush Sr. and Jr. as well as Tony Blair. For many years there were rumors that they did occult rituals at the Grove. This was finally confirmed one year when filmmaker John Ronson snuck in. He filmed them doing what's known as the cremation of care. This is where they set a gigantic owl statue on fire. Nowadays, because a lot of people know about Bohemian Grove, it has very heavy security. There's now armed guards, and it's unlikely anyone else will ever sneak in. It's believed many political and business decisions are made at this club. The Manhattan Project, which led to the creation of the atomic bomb, was planned out at Bohemian Grove. So it really makes you wonder, what are they working on now? Le Cercle. The Circle is a very little-known British-American group. It's similar to Bilderberg, which we'll get to in a moment, but it's more small and secretive. It's attended by spies and politicians. It's said that political and arms deals are brokered here. Many prominent UK politicians are members. This includes Rory Stewart, who many suspect is a former MI6 spy. The group meets twice every year in Washington, D.C. According to his autobiography, billionaire David Rockefeller also attends. It's unknown who funds the group. But in 1997, The Independent suggested the funding comes from the CIA. It said that military and spy activity is discussed at these groups. Bullington Club. The Bullington Club is basically the UK equivalent of the USA's Skull and Bones. It's an elite Oxford University drinking and dining club, but curiously many of the members go on to be politicians and even Prime Minister of the UK. Take this image for example. Two of the members, David Cameron and Boris Johnson, have been Prime Minister of the UK. Also in this image, George Osborne was made the Chancellor of the Exchequer. It really makes you think that almost everyone in this image went on to be very powerful. The Bullington Club have a very bad reputation for smashing up restaurants. They're also known to burn money in front of homeless people. Some have also accused them of censorship. In 2007, the media were banned from showing a photo of David Cameron with other Bullington Club members. Bilderberg. Bilderberg is now a pretty well-known secret group. They have meetings every single year. Only 3 UK Prime Ministers have not attended the Bilderberg group. Many politicians and business people from other countries also attend. Even though they meet every single year under police protection, there's almost no media coverage. The main people who attend are financiers, military leaders, heads of corporations and nation-states, and other politicians. Some say they make shady deals behind closed doors. But because the meetings are strictly private and no one's allowed to report on what goes on there, we simply don't know. Chatham House. Chatham House is also known as the Royal Institute for International Affairs. They operate under what's known as Chatham House rules. This means no one's allowed to share what goes on at the meetings or even quote what anyone says. What we do know is military and security issues are discussed at Chatham House. They're also sponsored by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, as well as the Open Society Foundation and Rockefeller Foundation. It's said many foreign policy decisions Britain makes are made at Chatham House. CFR. The Council on Foreign Relations is a very secretive US group. It's said many US foreign policy decisions are made here. When Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, she said she would get her orders from the CFR. Members include presidents, for example George Bush, Gerald Ford, and Bill Clinton. There are also many corporate members, which are pretty much every big company in the USA. Trilateral Commission. The Trilateral Commission was founded by Zbigniew Brzezinski and David Rockefeller. Many say it's very similar to the Bilderberg group. It's said many political and business decisions are made at this group. The members are not elected, but chosen by the chairman and executive committee. Notable members include Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, Al Gore, and Barack Obama. But exactly what decisions they make are not known. Now it's time to make your voice heard. Comment below which was the most mysterious secret society in this video. If you want some more awesome videos, then check out my second channel. But as always, thanks for watching. There are some more videos on screen right now. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and if you haven't already, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to Top 10s.